Have you ever contemplated the invisible shield that protects life on Earth from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays? This is our ozone layer, a silent guardian in the stratosphere. Yet it's under attack, slowly being depleted by human-made chemicals, paving the way for a potential catastrophe. Imagine severe sunburns, skin cancer, and devastated crops. The stakes are high. This unseen enemy, this silent destroyer, is what led to the creation of the Montreal Protocol. In the mid-1980s, the world united to confront this invisible adversary. Scientists had sounded the alarm about a growing hole in the Earth's protective ozone layer, and the world listened. The United Nations Environment Program, or UNEP, took the lead, rallying nations to address this global threat. In 1985, the Vienna Convention laid the groundwork, establishing a framework for international cooperation. But it was 2 years later, in September 1987, that decisive action was taken. Key players, including the United States, the Soviet Union, and the European Economic Community, stepped up to the plate. In the heart of Montreal, they drafted an agreement, a dedicated, comprehensive plan to phase out the production of numerous substances responsible for ozone depletion. The world's nations, from the richest to the poorest, came together in an unprecedented show of unity and commitment. And so, the Montreal Protocol was born, a beacon of hope in the fight against ozone layer depletion. The Montreal Protocol did not become a reality overnight. This monumental agreement was the product of years of negotiation, research, and a shared understanding of the urgent need to protect our planet's ozone layer. The ratification process was a journey, beginning in 1987 when the protocol was adopted. Each nation navigated their unique political landscapes to ratify the protocol, but the collective urgency was evident. It was a race, not against one another, but against time and the growing hole in our ozone layer. By 1988, just 1 year after its adoption, over 40 countries had ratified the protocol, demonstrating an unprecedented level of global unity. This unity was not just symbolic, it was a tangible commitment from each country to implement the measures outlined in the protocol. It was a promise to reduce and eventually eliminate the production and consumption of ozone-depleting substances. It was an agreement that transcended political boundaries and ideological differences, uniting the world in a common cause. The momentum continued, and by 1989 over 100 countries had ratified the protocol. This was not just a majority, but a clear global consensus. The world had spoken with one voice, and that voice demanded action. By 1989, the Montreal Protocol was in full effect, a testament to global cooperation for a common cause. But what exactly did the Montreal Protocol entail, and why was it so crucial? At its core, the Montreal Protocol was designed as an international treaty to protect our planet's ozone layer by systematically phasing out the production and consumption of substances responsible for ozone depletion. These substances, commonly known as ODS, include a range of industrial chemicals like chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, carbon tetrachloride, and many others. The protocol set out specific, legally binding timeframes for each participating nation to reduce and eventually eliminate the use of these harmful substances. This was not a one-size-fits-all approach. The protocol recognized the differing capabilities and needs of developed and developing countries. Hence, it allowed for flexibility, providing a longer time frame for developing countries to meet the same reduction targets. But why was all this so essential? The answer lies in the fundamental role of the ozone layer. This thin layer of gas in the Earth's stratosphere acts as a protective shield, absorbing the majority of the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. Without it, our planet and its ecosystems would be exposed to damaging levels of UV radiation, leading to a host of environmental and health issues including skin cancer and cataracts in humans, and reduced agricultural productivity. The Montreal Protocol, with its focus on phasing out ozone-depleting substances, was a crucial step towards preventing this. By reducing the release of these harmful substances, the protocol aimed to allow the ozone layer to recover gradually, thereby safeguarding our planet and its inhabitants. Moreover, the protocol wasn't just about setting targets. It also established a framework for technological and financial cooperation. This ensured that all countries, regardless of their economic status, could access the resources and technologies required to meet their obligations. The impact of these measures is projected to be significant. It's estimated that by the middle of the 21st century, the ozone layer could return to its pre-industrial revolution levels thanks to the Montreal Protocol. The Montreal Protocol was not just a document, it was a roadmap to a safer future. Fast forward to today, what has the Montreal Protocol achieved? Since the inception of the Montreal Protocol, we've seen substantial improvements in the state of our planet's ozone layer. It's like a patient on the mend, healing gradually from a severe ailment. The patient in this case is our beloved Earth, the ailment, ozone layer depletion. The Montreal Protocol came into being like a robust medication, and today we're beginning to see the fruits of this global effort. The World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations Environment Program have reported that the ozone layer is on track to recover by the middle of this century. This is no minor feat. It's a testament to the power of collective action. However, it's important to remember that the road to recovery is not without its bumps and potential setbacks. While we've made significant strides, we must continue to be vigilant. We must ensure that we're not just resting on our laurels, but are actively working to maintain and build on the progress we've made. The Montreal Protocol is not a static agreement. It's dynamic, evolving along with the needs of our planet. Over the years, it's been revised and adjusted to address emerging challenges. For example, the Kigali Amendment, adopted in 2016, is set to phase down hydrofluorocarbons, potent greenhouse gases that were initially introduced as ozone-friendly alternatives. We face ongoing challenges such as illegal production and consumption of ozone-depleting substances. There's also the need to ensure that alternatives to these substances are not only safe for the ozone layer but are also environmentally friendly in other ways. Yet despite these challenges, the Montreal Protocol's record so far gives us reason to be optimistic. It's proof that when we come together, when we set aside our differences and focus on our shared home, we can effect meaningful change. We can protect our planet for the generations to come. The Montreal Protocol stands as a shining example of what humanity can achieve when we unite for the greater good.